Welcome to game number 2 between Crackedy and Avely. The score is currently 1-0 to Crackedy. This is a best of 3. So if Crackedy takes this game, he is going to be moving through to the next round of the Nomadic Clash. But we do see Avely going to be playing as the English this game. Crackedy playing as the Roos, and town center's already going down here. Crackedy going to be placing his town center interestingly here. Very nice spot for the gold mine. Got a boar here as well. Very nice for the Roos. Avely, on the other hand, going to be placing his town center in a very restricted corner here, which is never what you want to be doing in these games. It's something that we've seen quite a lot of players do, and it never works out too well for them, because we can see here Crackedy is like completely walling Avely off here, and we actually see Avely going to be moving his town center, so cancels it and decides to go for over on the left hand side here. This makes a lot of sense. I like this move a lot. And we also see Crackedy here dropping down his house and hunting cabin at this point in the game. Very smart move. We see his town center isn't even down yet, but those 2 scouts in the queue, as well as the house. And this is really smart as the Roos, because it means you don't have to waste anything on this town center. Any idle villager time. But we see Avely here using the bow on his villager to annoy the boar here. And Crackedy might be losing a villager. This could be awful for him. He needs to get this inside the town center. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one. Oh, Crackedy losing a villager at this point in the game does not feel good. And we do have treaty here as well. So, unfortunately, that town center isn't going to be able to fire on that villager. Avely just doing such a good job here. He could honestly keep it here and just keep on doing that. But it looks like he's going to be returning back home now with that villager. Crackedy, first scout or second scout is now out. Going to be looking for all of those deer patches. And interestingly here on the spawn, you can only reach this deer patch through this little gap over here. So quite a journey there for Crackedy scouts to find all of those deer. But Avely, he's found himself water, and this is the struggle for him last game. He didn't get any water whatsoever. But this time he's the one with the water. Unfortunately, not as much deep sea fish as he probably would have wanted. But 4 is still plenty. And you're playing in the English anyway. You don't need that much water. But Crackedy going to be moving out. Is this his... No, this is his second scout. Okay. So not deciding to make another one from the town center. And I'm glad for that. But we actually see he did go for the boar. So he's going to be getting a super fast age up here. And with the scouts as well, bringing him in a lot of bounty. His income per minute for food should be pretty high. We'll have to see how high this number gets. But it should be looking pretty good for him. But there it is. Treaty is now over. First fishing ship comes out for Avely. Deer over here for Avely is going to be picked off as well. Making sure Crackedy can't pick up any more of that bounty. But Crackedy's already done a good job. We see he's taking out this deer patch. I'm pretty sure he's not... Okay, he hasn't taken out this one quite yet. But so this is going to be his first one. But obviously taking out that boar early on as well gets him that tier 1 bounty pretty easily. So honestly, he's looking in a pretty decent spot right now. We see that that scout going to be moving around as well. He should spot out the deer over here and just rally his scout up there. So that should be another... He doesn't. Okay, just going to be sending his scout back. Unfortunate there for Crackedy. Going to be picking up a wolf over here as well. Crackedy also gathering up a little bit of wood here. Going to be very close to an age up. Has enough now. Going to be the golden gate. No Kremlin rush this time. Does Crackedy... I think Crackedy... Yeah, Crackedy would know that Avely's here. So, no Kremlin rush. And honestly, you don't really want to do a Kremlin rush up against the English. Still picking up a lot of wolves. You're also going to be able to pick up the deer here as well. So Crackedy, honestly, this game is going to have a very high bounty. It depends if he finds this third one, but he should be able to sit on tier 2 bounty, which would be really nice for him, especially with Avely up here on the water. Avely only going to be able to fit in the one dock unless he moves around to this other side, but that's not going to be possible unless... Wait, villagers being pulled. Crackedy, does he know about the water? He does know about the water. Okay, so he's going to be docking up over here. But Avely's going to be able to spot it. Obviously, fishing ships have a lot of line of sight. And yet they can see all the way over here, so... What is his response going to be? But 3 villagers being pulled for Crackedy is quite a bit, so he should be able to get up a dock pretty quickly. We see Avely going to be aging up now as well with the council hall in the base right there. 4 villagers on that landmark. And Crackedy, what is he doing with these villagers? Is he gonna? It's got to be a dock, right? It's going to be a wooden fortress. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But honestly, I'm surprised that there's no dock, especially with Avely not aged up yet. He's not able to make any warships. But I like this move. As long as he can fit in a dock here as well, I think Crackedy will be looking in a decent spot over here. How much income is this hunting cabin? 34. This is what's so nice about the Roost with that early hunting cabin. I mean, that's been producing so much gold. Obviously, it hasn't been on 34 this whole time because of the bounty. But that's still a large amount of gold that's been coming in over the last 6 minutes. So it's going to be nice for him. And there we go. That wooden fortress does go up. Arrow slits coming in there. And now going to be going for a hunting cabin. So not actually going to be putting in a dock here. This is going to be a god spot though for this hunting cabin. I'll be honest. Like, look at all these. Look at all this forest. But no dock is really surprising because this outpost isn't going to be able to reach too far. I mean, when he ages up to age 3 and gets the springdom placement, it will be able to reach like here, I reckon. So only be like 1 deep sea fish safe for Avely. But that's going to take a while. For the time being, it's only going to be able to deny out this 1 deep sea fish. Possibly this second one if they gather from this side. So Avely might need to move these guys down and then up. But they should be safe now. And I think that is the case, yeah. But Villager's going to be moving and he looks like he might be wanting to go for a second one here. But does need to do a little bit of chopping for that. But Barracks already down for Avely and we see he's producing a longbow and men-at-arms and spearmen. Going for all 3 units right there. Going to be doing a lot of pressure onto Crackedy here at this early stage of the game. Crackedy still mining up quite a bit of stone. Does mean he can get more emplacements in the wooden fortress. Let's have a look, see how much vision he's got. Yeah, so he's able to spot out a lot here with the, especially with the scout here as well. But Man-at-Arm and Spim are going to be burning down this hunting cabin. I mean, it's nice to have, but honestly, not a big deal because it's payback is for itself. This hunting cabin over here, though, Crackedy, jeez, look at that, 50 gold a minute for this. That's going to be paying itself back in 2 minutes. That is absolutely huge. That's definitely worth the investment right there. But second wooden fortress going to be coming down, and this should deny the other 2 deep sea fish. So that's going to be really, really good there. Crackedy. I think he lost a villager. Yeah, he did. He lost 1 villager there from the Longbowmen. Avely doing a really good job there, just picking off everything. Every little thing he can spot. So archery range going to be a drop down in response here. Surprisingly, no stable. But wanting to go for the archery range approach. Doesn't have too much wood nearby, though. That could be an issue for Crackedy. Wooden fortress now goes down, as well as the house following that. Wooden fortress does go up, though. Villagers going to be doing a little bit of gathering here of the shoreline fish. But there we go. Arrow slits does now come in. And does start to fire down on those fishing ships. As well as the castle turret. Going to be increasing the damage right there. And Avely's mass starting to grow now. Looks like he wants to put a bit of pressure onto Crackedy. Do we have any blacksmith down? No blacksmith yet from Avely, but he is on stone. And I wonder if this stone is going to be for emplacements or a second town center. Because with the mass he's building at the moment, I have a feeling it could be for emplacements. It would make a lot of sense. Avely isn't going to be able to push off these wooden fortresses with ease. It takes so long to walk all the way around here. And Crackedy has a wall up here as well. And he could always fit in a second one there as well. And roost walls are ones that you do not want to mess with. And there it is. Outpost is going to get dropped down. So that stone is going to be for some emplacements. And there it is. Siege engineering coming in for Avely. 25 seconds away. Crackedy looks like he wants to be going for a little bit of a fast castle here, possibly. Look at all that food he's stacking up. 3 archery ranges are dropped down. Needs to be careful here not to lose anything inside of this this outpost. Does have arrow slits as well, though. May also want to grab castle turret. Really, really nice upgrade to grab. Needs to be careful not to lose his villager here, though. Avely here, not looking the best. I mean, he's still on shoreline fish, so this is still very much worth it for him. Unfortunately, just not going to be on those deep sea fish. But first outpost is going to be complete for him. Triple archery range, going to be producing lots and lots of archers here. Crackedy might be in a little bit of trouble though once this wood runs out. Does have the blacksmith down as well. Iron undermesh is going to be coming in. Already does have the +1 attack on the ranged. So able to do a lot of damage here to Avely, which has no blacksmith upgrades whatsoever for the time being. Well, actually, I take that back. He has siege engineering, but apart from that, it doesn't have steeled arrow or iron undermesh. But the first ram going to be dropped down here. Lots of men-at-arms being produced for Avely here. And it makes a lot of sense against what Crackedy's making. And we actually see villagers being pulled here for Crackedy. 7 villagers going to be pulled to try and take out this outpost. Crackedy targeting down the spearman first here. Villagers going to be hopping inside of the outpost here. Might even look to grab some repairs out. But men-at-arms going to be able to do well here up against these archers. So many men-at-arms here. Outpost looking to get taken down here. Outpost focusing down the archers first rather than the villagers. Villagers should be able to take this down though. How many villagers are going to go down here for Crackedy though? Already lost 3 of them. Might even lose more here. It is on fire though. Villagers for Avely not going to be hopping out to repair. So that's 3 villagers that are lost there for Crackedy. And he's already behind on eco as well. So was that worth the trade for taking down an outpost for 3 villagers? Probably not. Just saying that though, Avely did lose a lot of his villagers here, so it's pretty even for Crackedy. Though again, Avely is over here on the water, and this is able to sustain him so much with the men-at-arm productions and the longbow production. Longbowman mass looking really, really good here for Avely. If you want to deal with the English longbowman mass with archers, you need a hell of a lot of them, because these guys heavily outrange just normal archers, and they can just kite. We should see that he's doing it now, and that's why you need such a large mass of archers for any other civilization. So they're big enough where you can just keep on running, because these guys have a much better movement speed, and we can see there they're catching up with them. But just the longer range and the ability to kite with the longbowmen are just so good. And we can just see there, Crackedy losing so many of his archers basically for free. And that's why you need so much of a bigger mass to take efficient fights up against longbowmen. And that's why I'm surprised to see still no knights coming out for him. Villagers being pulled here for Crackedy, trying to take out that ram. Is losing so many though. Loses another one there, almost losing a second. And the mass for Avely just looking really, really decent right here. Pushing out with the outpost once again. Another ram gets dropped down as well. And there we go. Archers take out that ram. Another villager. What is the villager doing? Unfortunately, another villager goes down right there. Avely should be running out of deep sea or shoreline and deep sea fish soon, which is going to be nice for him. Honestly, surprised Crackedy didn't try and chop down a little bit of this wood here for another one. Because this shoreline fish is still providing Avely so much food. But it looks like Avely is still in such a good position here. I mean, look at the amount of men-at-arms. And Crackedy just has nothing to deal with that. Usually, as the roost, you wouldn't have too much of an issue up against this because you've got knights. But obviously, Avely is still mixing in spearmen in there as well. We see he's got 4 of them back here. So honestly, I'm surprised that we haven't seen any knights. But we can see Crackedy going to be putting some archers inside this wooden fortress, as well as inside of this town center. Going to be doing quite a bit of damage here towards his men-at-arms. They are still early men-at-arms, don't forget. They're not castle age quite yet. Avely is not yet in that castle age anyway. Wooden Fortress going to be targeted down first. And we just see men-at-arms are pretty weak when they're in this form. Like, early men-at-arms are not that great when it comes to surviving underneath town center fire. Wooden Fortress going to be surviving as well. Constant archer production coming through. Steeled Arrow finally coming through from Avely. As well as Iron Undermesh behind that. Or he already grabbed that. So Longbowmen are going to be doing a lot better now up against Crackedy's archer mass. But now we have knights coming out. Double stable has been dropped down. And this is exactly what Crackedy needs to do with these men-at-arms. He needs to get a large enough mass though. Because longbow still do a lot of damage towards knights. So you can't let these guys get picked off before they reach your mass. So that's why you need quite a few of them. Honestly, going up against the English, you just need a huge amount of units to deal with what they've got. It's that longbow. They just do so much damage at such a range. But knight mass really starting to build up now. Houses. Lots of houses being dropped down. As you can see, Crackedy's housing is being taken out right now by 2 rams. And it looks like Avely's going in for the push now. Moving in with all of his archers, all of these men-at-arms. And now Crackedy going to be revealing those knights. Men-at-arms are going to be taken down here. But going to just be pulling back for the time being. And this is going to give Avely enough time to react to the spearmen. We already see more spearmen are coming out. We're up to 6 for him at the moment now. Or that's 9 men-at-arms, 6 spearmen. But more are going to be coming out, and now Crackedy going to be moving forward with his archers. Knights going to be able to get off a nice charge here. Not going to be getting it off, though. We're up to 6 knights here for Crackedy. Needs to target down these spearmen, though. He's trying his best, but Longbowmen just on the backline doing so much damage. Ram's going to be moving in once again. Still has 8 archers sitting inside of this wooden fortress. Might want to get those out at this point, as they are just targeting down the rams here. And there we go. Villagers going to be coming out. Take down the rams. And there the archers come out as well. But unfortunately for Crackedy, I don't think it's enough. We got the network of castles here helping out Avely so much as well. And unfortunately, I just don't think it's a large enough mass for him. Blacksmith upgrades are in now for Avely. Not looking too good here for Crackedy. We see Avely still out here so much on the deep water. Wooden Fortress, for some reason, cannot reach this fishing ship. Looks like it should be able to, but unfortunately for him, not going to be the case. Look, that's got to be so close to being in range. And I think, yeah, Crackedy's even like, how is that not in range? Scout going to be spotting out villagers there on the hunting cabin. Crackedy's still trying to hold on here. But so many spearmen, so many longbow. And there it is. GG's going to get called. This means the score is 1-1 in this best of 3, which means next game is the decider to see who moves on to the next round in the Nomadic Clash. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.